Greetings, everyone, and welcome to House Lux Estate, your go-to channel for all things finance and real estate. We're here to offer you a helping hand as you navigate the sometimes murky waters of managing your money and making savvy property decisions. At House Lux Estate, we believe in the power of financial literacy. We're dedicated to breaking down complex financial concepts and making them accessible for everyone. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out on your financial journey, we're here to provide clear, practical advice that you can put to use. Understanding your finances is the first step towards financial freedom, and we're committed to helping you take that step. So, let's embark on this journey together. Today, we've got a special treat. We're delving into a topic that many find daunting: fixing a financial mess. So stay tuned, because this is a conversation you won't want to miss. Before we can fix anything, we must first identify the problem. Let's start by talking about a few common financial problems that many people face. The first one that comes to mind is excessive debt. This can be credit card debt, student loans, car loans, or even a mortgage that's become too much to handle. Debt can become a huge burden, and it's often the main reason why people find themselves in a financial mess. Another problem is the lack of savings. Life is unpredictable, and without a safety net, unexpected events can quickly derail your financial stability. If you're living paycheck to paycheck without setting anything aside, you're leaving yourself vulnerable to potential financial disasters. And then there's overspending. It's easy to fall into the trap of buying things you don't need or spending more than you can afford on entertainment or luxury items. This kind of spending can quickly lead to debt and a lack of savings. Now, identifying these problems is only the first step. The tricky part is being honest with yourself about them. It's easy to ignore a problem or to convince yourself that it's not as bad as it seems. But the truth is, ignoring the problem won't make it go away. In fact, it will likely make it worse. So take a deep breath and take a good hard look at your finances. Ask yourself, do I have debt that's becoming difficult to manage? Am I saving enough each month? Am I spending more than I can afford? Be brutally honest with your answers. It might be uncomfortable, but it's necessary if you want to fix your financial mess. Remember, there's no shame in having financial problems. Everyone faces financial challenges at some point in their lives. What's important is recognizing these problems and taking steps to address them. Once you've identified the problem, it's time to start working on solutions. The first step towards fixing your financial mess is creating a budget. Think of a budget as the backbone of your financial health. It's not just about restricting what you spend. Rather, it's a tool to help you prioritize your spending and manage your money, no matter how much or how little you have. Now, let's break down how to create a budget. Firstly, identify your income. This is the total amount of money coming in every month. Include everything: salary, dividends, side gigs, everything. Secondly, list your expenses. This is everything you spend money on. Remember to include the small things like your daily coffee or that monthly streaming service. These small purchases add up and can make a big difference. The third step is to subtract your expenses from your income to see where you stand. If you're in the red, it means you're spending more than you're earning. If you're in the black, well done. You're living within your means. Now, if you're spending more than you're earning, don't fret. This is where the real budgeting begins. Look at your expenses and identify areas where you can cut back. Maybe it's eating out less or canceling a subscription you don't really use. Remember, every little bit helps. There are different budgeting methods you can adopt. The 50-30-20 rule is a popular one. It suggests that 50% of your income should go to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. And remember, there are tools to help you. Budgeting apps like Mint or You Need a Budget can be helpful. They can track your spending and help you stick to your budget. But the most important part of budgeting is consistency. Stick to it. It may be tough at first, but it gets easier. And before you know it, you'll be in control of your finances. A well-planned budget is your roadmap out of financial chaos. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time to fix a financial mess, but with a clear budget, you're already on your way. Debt is often a significant part of a financial mess, so let's tackle it head-on. Now, there's no magic wand that will make debt disappear overnight, but there are strategies you can use to reduce and eventually eliminate it. One of these strategies is debt consolidation. This means combining all your debts into one, usually with a lower interest rate. It simplifies your payments and can save you money in the long run. But remember, consolidation is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's essential to understand the terms and make sure it fits your financial situation. You wouldn't want to jump out of the frying pan and into the fire, would you? Another effective strategy is focusing on high-interest debt first. This approach, often referred to as the avalanche method, targets debts with the highest interest rates before moving on to those with lower rates. This way, you're cutting down the amount that piles up fastest. Trust me, it's like stopping a snowball from becoming an avalanche. Now, if these strategies seem daunting, don't worry. There's another option to consider: negotiating with your creditors. Yes, you heard it right. Many creditors are willing to work out payment plans, lower your interest rates, or even reduce the total amount you owe. It's all about communication. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone and have that conversation. But no matter which strategy you choose, remember that consistency is key. Even small, regular payments can make a dent in your debt over time. Think of it as a journey. Each payment is a step forward, and every step brings you closer to your destination: a life free of financial mess. Remember, every dollar you pay towards your debt is a step closer to financial freedom. So start today, and before you know it, you'll be standing on solid financial ground, looking back at the mess you left behind. And trust me, that's a view worth striving for. An emergency fund is your safety net. It's what keeps a minor setback from becoming a major financial mess. Imagine a scenario where your car breaks down or you suddenly find yourself out of a job. Without an emergency fund, these situations can quickly spiral into financial crises. But when you have an emergency fund, you're essentially buying yourself peace of mind. It's like having an insurance policy against life's unpredictable twists and turns. So, how much should you aim to have in your emergency fund? Well, a general rule of thumb is to save enough to cover 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. Now you might be wondering, how on earth do I build such a fund? Don't worry, it's not as daunting as it sounds. Start small. Even setting aside a fraction of your paycheck each month can add up over time. Make it a habit, like brushing your teeth or going for a morning jog. Consider opening a separate savings account for your emergency fund. This can help you avoid the temptation of dipping into it for non-emergencies. And remember, every little bit counts. Even if you can only put away $10 a week, that's still $520 at the end of the year. With an emergency fund, you're prepared for life's unexpected expenses. Now that you're getting your finances in order, it's time to start planning for the future. This is where the fun begins, where your hard work starts to pay off, and where you get to dream big. First, let's talk about retirement. It may seem like a far-off concept when you're young, but it's crucial to start planning sooner rather than later. The beauty of compounding interest means the earlier you start, the more you'll have when you retire. Begin by contributing to your company's 401k or setting up an individual retirement account. If you're not sure how much to save, aim for at least 15% of your income. Next, consider investing. While saving is essential, investing helps your money grow even faster. It's about making your money work for you. Start small, diversify your portfolio, and remember, investing is a long-term game. Lastly, set financial goals. Are you dreaming of buying a house, starting a business, or traveling the world? Having these goals will keep you motivated and focused. Break them down into manageable steps and celebrate your victories along the way. Remember, your financial journey doesn't end when the mess is cleaned up. It's a lifelong commitment. The key is to be consistent, patient, and to keep learning. Your future self will thank you for taking these steps today. So, let's get started on creating a future that's financially secure and full of possibilities. Fixing a financial mess might seem daunting, but with these steps, you're on the right track. Today, we've journeyed through identifying your financial problems and creating a realistic budget. We've tackled the necessity of eliminating debt and underscored the importance of building an emergency fund. And remember, planning for the future is just as crucial as addressing the present. Your financial health is not a destination, but a journey. It's about making informed decisions consistently over time. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. HouseLux Estate is here to guide you every step of the way. So, for more financial tips and real estate advice, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We're constantly bringing you the best strategies to manage your finances and make informed real estate decisions. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, you have the power to turn your financial mess into financial success. See you next time on HouseLux Estate.